Everybody needs good neighbours with a little understanding. You can find the perfect blend. Neighbours should be there for one another. That's when good neighbours become good friends.
Okay, so I yelled at him. He had it coming.
I'm sure Scott didn't do anything bad.
I'll talk to him in the morning. Probably sounds naive, but I always thought we had something special between us. It's just hard to accept that that's all changed.
Oh, come on now. You've had a dream run so far. You've got to expect a few bumps now and then.
But Scott's always been such an honest kid. I just hate feeling I can't trust him anymore.
He's a teenager, Jim. You should be grateful he doesn't sniff glue.
I have got the best news ever. Where's Scott?
Asleep.
Oh, this is worth waking him for. I've just been to Mrs. Brown's place and she's admitted to everything. You'll never guess what happened to her purse.
What?
Left it in a pub, didn't she? Eh? You know, she was so smashed that she couldn't even remember where she put it. And then when she got mugged, she naturally assumed it was Scott and Danny that did it.
What made her unassume it?
The barman sent it back.
Well, does this mean that she's going to drop the charges?
You bet. Scott's in the clear.
Oh, that's great news! The best news. Oh, thank God for honest barman. Otherwise, Scott could have been in real trouble.
Yeah, well, he hasn't had much moral support around here, has he?
Oh, come on, Paul. I mean, Scott lied to me. He admitted he lied to me.
Maybe. The least you could have done was let him explain, though.
Like I said, you've got to expect a few bumps.
Hey, Scotty, wake up. Got some news. Dad, Gran, quick! Look, found that in the desk.
Is he all right? What does he say?
Dear Grandma, Danny and I have cleared out because we didn't do anything to Mrs. Brown. And no one was going to believe us. Please don't worry about me. I'll be all right and I'll call you soon, love, Scott.
That's all. Scott. Danny. God knows how Max is going to take this.
Damn fool, kid! I don't know why I bother with him half the time.
Well, we did give them a pretty hard time over Carol Brown.
It's typical of Danny, typical, you know. I mean, he'd rather run away than face up to anything. I'm sorry about Scott, mate, but I mean, he'd never have gone if Danny hadn't pushed him into it.
Well, don't blame Danny. Scott's got a mind of his own.
Yeah.
I just wish there was some way we could let them know they're not in trouble anymore.
Not in trouble? Break every bone in his body when he gets home. Ah! Look! Little rat's taking Shane's sleeping bag.
Max is going to go on and on, I know it. Do you think the boys will be all right?
Oh, I think so. A few nights of sleeping out will make them realise how comfortable their own beds are. And Scott's note was reassuring. He said he'd call.
I hope he does. At least they are together. That's something. I'd worry more if Danny was off alone.
Maria! His own wasn't good enough for him, was it? He had to take Shane's sleeping bag.
I don't think Shane will mind.
That's hardly the point. I mean, honestly, Maria, that boy's nothing but trouble.
Be fair, Max. He was very upset when he was accused by Carol, especially when you didn't believe him.
Well, why should I? I mean, anything goes wrong round here, it's usually Danny's fault. Why should this time be any different?
We might leave you to it, mate. If we hear anything, we'll let you know.
Aren't you going to stop
Straight
for
away.
a beer?
Another time, Max.
Bye, Max.
Bye.
No, Jim.
Jim. Listen, I feel like giving up on him half the time. It's just not worth the trouble.
Max, you don't mean this.
Oh, don't I just?
Oh, if that's the way you feel about him, no worry. He'll run away.
What's going on? Who's run away?
Danny and Scott.
Well, what do you do that for? Why does he ever do anything, Shane?
Dad.
Look, I don't know. Ask her mother. She's the one with all the theories.
I'd never slept in a ditch before. Who cares? At least we're free. Come on.
Since when did it become a race? Look, running away is fine by me, but why do we have to do it so fast?
I want to put as much space between Dad and me as I can. When he finds out I'm gone, he'll probably throw a party.
Yeah, my old man will be the first to arrive.
Probably. I don't get it. I thought you and your old man were the best of mates.
Not anymore. You should have seen me. You won't even talk to me. So much for open channels of communication.
I've never heard of it.
You're lucky.
You didn't run away just because I did you?
I wouldn't do anything just because you did. As a matter of fact, it's one of the only things that put me off. I'll meet you up the road.
Poor Scott. I wonder what he had for breakfast. Probably nothing. Oh, he must be so miserable out there all alone.
Oh, he's not alone. He's with Danny. He knows where home is. Have you finished with the sports page? This silent treatment going to become a permanent fixture?
How do you expect me to behave, Dad? I mean, Scott wouldn't have run away if you'd trusted him.
You've made that point at least 10 times already.
I don't get you. Don't you care?
Of course I care, but he's gone and there's nothing I can do about it, is there?
I know you care, Dad. I'm sure Scott does too.
I hope so.
And you? I think it's really mean the way you're going on about it to Dad.
Just keep out of it, Jules. It's none of your business, all right?
Oh, of course it's my business. It's all of our business. Isn't it, Gran?
Get away.
Yeah, you see, we're all worried about Scott and all you can do is pick on Dad.
The trouble with you, Jules, is you just don't know when to belt up, do you?
Oh. Oh. Poor Dad. Things have been really difficult for you lately, haven't they?
Will you come for lunch?
Oh, I don't know. That central eating could take all day, you know.
Can I call you there?
What for?
In case we know anything about Danny. If anything's happened, I'd like to be able to get hold of you.
You reckon he'd bother letting us know what happened to her?
He might, if it's important. Oh, Max, I mean, Danny ran away from home. Will you ever wonder why?
Yeah. She's spineless. It's white. Listen, you seen my wrench? You know, the new one. I only bought it last week.
Not since you bought it, no.
Bet that Danny's borrowed it without even asking.
Don't you dare to blame him.
What?
Look, blame him for anything else if you must. Because you're going to anyway. But don't blame him for the fact that you've lost your wrench.
Look, I only said he might have borrowed it.
I've heard what you said. But why didn't you say it of Shane? Why didn't you say it of me? Why didn't you say it of anyone? Honestly, Max, sometimes I think you just blame him for breathing.
Oh, now you're being hysterical.
He's my son, and all I want to get him home safe and well. But the way you're going on, anybody would think that you're just glad you got rid of him.
No, that's not true, and you know it.
I don't know it. All I know is that you never shown him that you love him, let alone tell him. You've hurt him, Max, and if he's not coming back, it's your fault.
You okay?
Yep.
What happened?
This happened. bad as being in the city.
Is your bike all right?
Looks okay.
You got a puncture.
I'm not blind. Oh, damn, heap of junk.
I haven't got a patch big enough.
Me neither.
There's no law that says we can't hitch.
Sure. Who's going to pick us up with a couple of bikes?
I don't know. Somebody with a ute. There's lots of people with utes in the country.
I suppose. Yeah. What am I moaning about? We'll get a lift into town and I'll get the tyre fixed there. Thanks, mate! I'll do the same for you one time! You'd think at least one of them would stop.
Yeah. It's nearly 20 k's to the next town.
That'll take us forever.
Just about. I don't even know why I'm bothering. No, stop! Don't actually stop!
G'day. You got trouble with the bikes?
One of them's got a flat.
No worries, we can whack the whole lot onto the top.
That'd be great. We thought no one was going to stop.
Yeah, a lot of cruds around.
This is really excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just Max's way of coping. I'm sure he's just as worried about the boys as everyone else.
No, no, that's not true, and you know it. He doesn't like Danny. He never has.
Does he suspect?
No, not on the surface, but I'm sure part of him knows. Why else did he shut Danny out all these years?
Poor Danny. Max does give him a hard time.
Enough good reason to stay away, I guess.
Not if Scott wants to come back, and he will. Once he's rung, and we can tell him that the police aren't after them.
I'll see you later, all right?
Where are you going?
Oh, I'm just going to help Shane find the boys.
Oh, I don't fancy your chances. Besides, they might not want to come home.
Yeah, well, what if they're in a squat somewhere and they're broke? We can't just forget about them.
Nobody's going to forget about them.
Look, all I want to do is just make sure they're safe and tell them that they don't have to hide from anything. I can't see anything wrong with that.
Will you be home for dinner?
I don't know, it depends how we go.
I'll keep something warm for you.
Thanks, Gran.
If you do find Danny, could you tell him that both of us, his father and I, love him?
Sure. Bye.
Bye.
Even if I'm not sure what I just said is true. Well, when you see Julie, when she comes back, tell her that I made some of those ginger cakes she likes, okay?
Anything to keep busy.
I'm afraid so. What do you think the chances are they'll find them?
Practically nil. They've taken their camping gear and their bikes. They could be miles away. I think we'll just have to wait until they want to come back.
Good wagon for the birds.
Yeah, I haven't had any complaints yet.
Wish I had a license. I'd get myself something just like this.
You two been on the road long?
Not too long.
A day. Told the folks to stick it. Here we are.
Yeah, how's they going to handle that?
Well, we didn't actually tell them. We thought when they found us gone, they'd work it out for themselves.
So no one knows who we are, huh?
Nope. That's the way we are.
Oh, hi, Dad.
You going out?
Yeah.
What? You got coaching in half an hour, haven't you?
I cancelled the class.
You what?
Well, we're going looking for Danny and Scott. I figured that was more important.
Are you out of your mind? Look, coaching's all you got left now, son. You can't throw it away over nothing.
I'm not throwing it away, and Danny isn't nothing.
Yeah, look, you start missing classes, they'll fire you, son. Then what'll you have left?
I'll see you later. I don't want to talk about it now, Dad.
Shane! Maria!
Yes, darling.
Did you know Shane was missing his coaching classes?
Yes, he's going to look for Danny. There you go, enjoy it.
Thank you.
And you let him go?
What should I have done? Physically stopped him?
Now, look, you should have told him the truth. I think Danny's out there having the time of his life, probably. He doesn't want to be found.
He's looking because he cares. And he's worried.
Look, I can understand how he feels, Mr. Ramsay. Everyone at home's worried sick.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah.
Go on, Julie. Off you go.
Well, bye, Mr. Ramsay. I'm sure everything will work out all right.
Goodbye.
I'll see you all later.
Bye.
Danny. Blaming Danny all the time. Why is everybody so concerned about Danny?
Because he's missing. And we want him home.
Yeah, well, so do I.
The only reason you want him home is because you want to make his life a misery all over again.
What? That's ridiculous.
Oh, is it?
If you could just drop us off at the garage, that'd be great.
Yeah, no worries.
Would you be able to get the gear off yourself? Sure. Thanks a lot, Clive. That was really great.
Hey, that's what life on the road's all about. Doing favours.
Hey, and thanks again.
Bye-bye.
Hey!
If you'd kept your mouth shut, they wouldn't have known we were on the run. All that talk about the cops being after us, they would have known we couldn't report them.
Yeah, I know. But at least I wasn't stupid enough to keep my money in my haversack. I've got mine on me.
15 lousy dollars, big deal.
Here's something. Casual labourers wanted. Farm work. Apply within.
Sounds all right. What do you reckon?
It's better than starving.
Anything I can do for you, lads? I'm just closing up.
Yeah. We'd like to know about one of these ads.
Which one?
That one.
You must be joking.
Is it already gone?
Not as far as I know. It's the Forbes farm. It's run by the most miserable old codgers you could ever meet. Take it from me, they're real battle axes.
Well, is there any other work we could do?
Got any experience?
Not really.
There's your answer.
Well, it doesn't look like we've got much choice.
Fair enough. I'll get the address. It's your funeral.
I suppose it's a bit naive to expect to have had word by now.
Oh, there will be. Once they run out of money.
Well, I'd feel a lot better if I didn't think that I'd practically forced Scott into lying to me.
Oh, no, that's not fair, Dad. It wasn't your fault.
I'm afraid it is fair. If I'd have trusted him, he might have been more open with me.
Well, at least you're not like Mr. Ramsay. Gosh, you should have heard him going on this afternoon. It's almost as though he was glad Danny'd gone.
Oh, that's just his way. You know what he's like.
Yeah, well, he was very angry with Mrs. Ramsay, too. I was so embarrassed. Couldn't get out of there fast enough.
Oh, it's just tension, love.
Maybe.
Max, we have to talk.
We talk.
Please, Max.
Oh, yeah, I can't even eat my tea without you nagging me. Okay. What do you want to talk about?
I want to know why you don't love Danny as you love Shane.
Oh, you're like a stuck record woman. Look, can't we just leave it?
No, I want an answer.
I don't know. I mean, I want to, honest, but somehow I just don't seem to be able to get close to him.
Not even when he was a baby?
I don't know. Not really.
Have you ever wondered why?
Well, yeah, of course I have. I mean, look, I'm not a monster, you know. I mean, it's just difficult, that's all. I mean, even you'd have to admit that.
Is that the only reason?
Well, yeah. No. I mean, right from the start, I was never really sure he was mine. I mean, God, Maria, he was only born 9 months after you come back to me.
I knew that was the reason.
Well? Is Danny my son? Is he?